You just say that because I'm playing this soft music. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Test. Test.
Yep. On the 31st, we're going. Yeah. This.
31st, Sister Project. We're doing a Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, good. Oh, on the 31st, the Sister Projects is presenting a networking event, and we offering something about direction on the card. I don't know. Okay, on the 31st, the Sister Project is presenting a networking event for women in business. Oh, it's from 2 to 6, and it's gonna be right here in this room.
And see, this event is going to be like, you ever heard speed dating? But this time you're going to be speed business. So every table is going to be a business partner of their profession. So you get to spend 20 minutes just bombarding them with questions you always want to ask. It could be an insurance agent. Yes. Okay. Oh, yes. You want, let's ask you some questions. Come on, sis. Come on. No, I'm going to do this. I got it. So she going to feed me. I got a bug in my ear, so she going to feed me. So it's going to be a speed business. So you get 20 minutes to be the expert and spend that time with the expert. But what I want from you guys is to get with Dr. Coleman. We got a feedback. I don't think this is going to be. I don't think this is going to be good. It's not. Is it going right into the feed? How can we get it to? Does it sound echoey? Check 1, check 2, check 3. Maybe I can walk. I can get away from the mic too. What? Check 1, 2. Now see, it's starting to become a lot cleaner. It's not boom, boom, banging off the wall. There you go. Can you turn it up just a little bit more? The volume. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's good. That's good. Now I can talk normal and it'll still get a direct feed. That's all we want. Now, all you professionals in here need to get with Dr. Coleman because we want to do this more often. If we could do an event like that every month, we got different experts coming in, insurance agents, bankers, authors. You know, that's the way. How'd you write your book? Can you tell me more? Because everybody, even me, people have been bugging me for the last, I don't even know. It's been a long, long time to do my book. When you gonna write the book? You know? And one of my books is from the from the crack house to the White House. Okay? But to being the president of my own company. Right? So yeah. So that's one of the books. Yeah, that's one of them. Because we all got multiple books. I've been married 5 times. I can write a book on that. The do's and don'ts of a madman. 5. I didn't give up because I knew that she was there. You know, and I couldn't mess this one. I said I can't mess this one. The only way I can mess this up was me staying crazy, right? Now the other one's crazy, just as crazy as I was. So I couldn't quite get a finger. I couldn't be crazy 1,000% all the time because I had somebody else being crazy with me. So, Stephanie been a blessing because she just calmed me down. You know, people that really know me, they say, "Man, you done check Joe. Come on now." Joe knows. You don't know like Bo Jangle, but Joe know. But haven't I calmed down a lot, huh? Yeah. I'm gonna see you a little later. Hey, that's enough. Okay. Don't tell it all, bro. You gonna give the book away, boy. That's a whole chapter right there, a Joe chapter. Ooh. Oh, I like that because that's something I wrote. I wrote that yeah, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, right? Right. So you start strong, but you finish stronger. That's the key to this whole thing, right? Because a lot of people, when they get to the end, they get tired. That's when you get that burst of energy. You say, "Let me get this job done." No, I get a third wing. Go for the third. That's when you know you're a turbo booster then. Especially when you're coming down the stretch, you want to give it your all, right? I've been known to do it. A lot of people give up too fast. They really do. And this is why we dealing with motivated speakers or inspirational speakers. Somebody said, "What's the difference?" You know who asked me that, don't you? Know who asked me that? Keith. Keith Gatlin, because he asked me bunches of questions. And that's how he gets the answer. He said, "What's the difference between motivation speaker and inspirational speaker?" I said, "Well, a motivational speaker is going to just tell you basically what you already are. You know, you can do it. Come on, they pump you up to do something, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do it. Because more people that are motivated, if you have to motivate them, they're going to they're going to get hyped up at first, and then they're going to go home and say, 'Man, I can't do that,' right? But inspirational speaker speaks to the people that are already motivated to do something. So whatever path that you're on, you're going to be able to achieve it because you're inspired to continue on your path. Can I get a witness? Hallelujah. No. Somebody heard an amen over here, and I heard a alhamdulillah over here. Yes, sir. Good morning. All right. There's some kings in here. The king is here. Y'all ready? Okay, now we get started. The real partners are here. You know, it's different. It's a different world. If you really look around the room right now, what's missing? Exactly. It's the youth and the young adults. Because but I said to Bill though is that this is still perfect. Why? Because you all are the people that have the children. You are the ones that know the children. We have to be in a position to believe what you're hearing. So if you believe what you're hearing, the next time is going to be a lot better. Because you say, "Man, you got to get in there. You got to listen to this," right? No, you grabbing your child, you coming in there. Matter of fact, I'm glad I said that. Joe, do me a favor, tell Jay to get in there. He be skipping out. He thinking, did you ever have any children that thought they were smarter than you? Huh? They can outthink you. And they think they're pretty good at it too, huh? And I'll tell you what my mother used to tell me. She said, "I used to be your age too. So don't think what you get away with anything. You're not." And even though some people say there's somebody, when you think ain't nobody watching, there's somebody higher than you, always peeking your whole card. They got you. Come on, son. Well, I want you up here in the front with me. That's how much I love you. Come on, grab right here. I love my children. Even if they don't like me, I love them. Can't always be nice to them. Gotta hit them in the head once in a while. It'll be all right. That's what I tell my kids. Y'all ready for this? Let's do this. Let's do this. First thing I want to say is thank God that we're all made it here safely. And thank God for this opportunity to be able to share something that I've known since I was a little boy. And it's time. So let's get there. I also want to thank my son Mark, my son Jay, cameraman ATL, and especially my beautiful wife, Studio Stephanie, that's out in the front. Uncle Buck, up there in the back, all that consciousness. But before we get really rolling, I want to make sure that we, especially me, is that put our phones on vibrate. We're going to put our phones on vibrate because we're going to have a beautiful broadcast. Let me tell you something. I've been serving the youth for a long time. And I really take pride in it because the system of the 5 principles to international marketing has really guided me to where I am today. It helped me to be a better father, a better lover, and really a better human being all the way around. I love you so much. I mean, I decided long time ago to serve him. And when you go on, look at some of my videos out there on YouTube and read some of the newspaper clippings that's on the wall in my conference room, people say, you've been doing this for a while. Yeah, because it's very difficult to really love the youth later on in life. You know, it's something that you always have to have in you. I believe that. It's something that you've done since you was younger, and you just continue on that path. My youngest distributor is 7 years old. His name is Seven, okay? But he went with me when he was 5, right? This is his grandmother right here. And I want to, before we really get into the program, I want to invite Joyce up, and I just want to, in her own words, to tell us what you've seen since the 7 came involved with us. This is Joyce Braxton, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. How's everyone today? I want each and every one of you to give yourselves a hand because you all came out today, you showed up, and the ones that show up go up. Can I get an amen over here? I have a little wonderful grandson. His name is Seven Hussein. And he's very excited because Seven had a birthday on Monday. And now Seven is 7 years old. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. Seven, when he was 5 years old, he said, Mimi, he calls me Mimi. He said, I want to have 3 jobs like my mother. I said, baby, you are a leader. You need to have your own business. You need to be able to make unlimited money. You are an entrepreneur. You need your own business. So I got on the phone. I said, sir, I told him the situation. He said, sis, I got you. Send me a picture. I sent a picture and Mark did the artwork and everything. He said, come on in. We got you. We came in. Seven was so proud. The look on his face is priceless. He will tell you in a minute, I got my own enterprise. I own my own business. And it is very essential and very important that we teach our young people, starting at a very early age, to be owners, to be entrepreneurs, to have a business and to do their own thing. Because right now, they are building prisons as we speak now. They're building prisons for our young people. So we have to empower them and speak into them and let them know there is another way. And what Sir Markadu does here with these children is exceptional. As a matter of fact, let's give Sir Markadu a hand. Because today is Saturday, he could be doing anything else, but he's here to empower people in the community. We must speak to our young people. We must prophesy to them. We must tell them that they are great. They have greatness within. They're going to be something. We love you. You are a global entrepreneur. You are a world changer because words have power. And they remember that. And what you're doing, you are helping them to create. Because they're going to remember that. And you're giving them something to live by. So if you have young children, grandchildren, your neighbor's children, bring them up here. Introduce them to Sir. And let him change their lives. You never know where it'll lead to. Thank you.
Awesome. And this is Seven's display, by the way. He's been buying these displays for a while now, right? This dude is off the chain. And I'm looking forward. I spoke to his mother this morning. And I'm looking forward to taking them to lunch this week. It's going to be awesome, right? It's going to be awesome. I mean, he always talks about me. His mother he says your name every day. He made the honor roll, so it's going to be awesome. See? Amen. And the same thing with my son. I tell him he's going to be a millionaire by the time he's 20. I guarantee you that. He's already talking to people around the globe. And what I said to your son, I said, that's your customers. That's your global customers right there. Take advantage of it. Now all we got to do is make sure his mind is right with the service and the product, right? But the brand got to be tight. All right? So here we go. Time me, because we can redo this. I'm going to kick it off right. Today is going to be, we're dealing with two topics, okay? Let's go right in there. The name of this is the 5 Principles to International Marketing. The 5 Principles to International Marketing. If you know the answers, please do not blurt it out. I said that last time. What's the first thing you're going to need to move your product or your service around the globe? But you already know. I ain't messing with you. I trained her last week. Oh, then she like, I'm so glad I got these. Come on. What do you need, brother? You need a brand. Okay? You need a brand. I asked 1 million people that question, and I never had nobody say brand. And the only reason they said because they know me. The brand, you're nothing. Well, a brand. You in every country in the world is the same thing. Now that's why we need to teach our children about branding. What's the number 1 brand in the world? What's the number 1 brand in the world? No, I'm gonna ask this. Oh, he already knows. See, that's right. He knows me. Yourself. You are the brand. What's the number one brand? Who's the brand for Microsoft? Bill Gates. There's no such thing as Microsoft without Bill Gates. There's no such thing as a Walmart without Sam Walton. There's no such thing as a Heavenly Body Products without Sir Marketing. I created that. And when people are buying brands, they're buying you first because you are the brand. You are the man or the woman behind the brand. You're the man behind the brand. I can present something to you, and if I don't present myself, the brand, right, people will not buy this product. Excuse me. They will not. Understand that 1,000%. People only buy from you because they like you. And that's it. I mean, have you ever been somewhere and they kind of disrespected you as a customer and you never went back in there again? You never set foot back in there again. And don't you know people do that to their business every day? They own it and they are disrespecting their own brand. Excuse me. Okay, I'm missing a page. Pass me that, man. Yeah, pass me that. Okay. What is the world's number one recognized brand? You could be a remote village, an island somewhere. If you have any contact with the world, what brand is the most recognized brand? It's the Holy Bible. You do yourself a favor, grab any 3-year-older that you can find and ask them what is the book that they read in church. They don't say that Bible. But you ask them who created McDonald's or Walmart or something like that, they look at you like you're crazy. Okay? What's the number one, the world's number one product brand? No, I mean, I'm talking about a product brand. When you go, you have to go purchase it. You have to purchase it. I mean, it's the leading product and brand on the planet. I mean, people buying this stuff left and right. We already know some of them. Nike is really a little ways away, but it is up there. But anybody want? We got the ones right there. We got Apple, Coca-Cola is definitely Coca-Cola. Apple be switching back and forth all the time. Band-Aid, McDonald's, Nike, right? What's the world's number one product brand? Not product brand, but the service brand. What's the number one service? Because you either sell a product or a service. AT&T, yeah, AT&T is up there. It is. It's gonna be either Google. What's number two then? Because let's deal with what they call IP websites. What's the number one website in the world right now? That's the most keyed in word of all time. Google. What's number two? Facebook. What's number three? YouTube. Yeah, what's number four? Yahoo. Can you imagine Yahoo's in the top 5? I would have never guessed that. I would have never got that right. So that's very, very important about the brands and how you're going to take your brand international. Let me tell you something. When you deal with a brand, you're international right away. Right away. Once you recognize that you're part of the global economy, and that you're going to change the world some kind of way through who you are, you're international. But what's the number one thing you're going to need to move your brand around the globe? Huh? Marketing. Without marketing, you're done, son. Quite ain't gonna get there. You just ain't gonna quite gonna get there. Now you might be a bad brand all by yourself. Not without marketing, though. Not without marketing. You got to have it. When I understood when I was trained at 10 years old, 11, 12, how that really worked. And when I understood it and I believed in it, and when my mentors would say, try it on your family and your friends, it will work. You have to market yourself. You have to tell people about you, who you are. And people do say to me, you know, I was, even back then, flamboyant, always want to be, I was trained to want to be number one. That's how I was trained, to be the best that I could be. And everything I touched, I would want to be the best. I wanted to be the number one brand on that basketball court. I wanted to be the number one brand on that baseball field. Trust me. I wanted my teammates to rally behind me and said, man, you know, thank you. And a lot of times, even especially in sports or even in the boardroom and stuff like that, you know, and you take your rightful position as a leader, they're gonna follow you. Because if you're gonna be a leader, be a great leader. But if you're gonna be a follower, follow a great leader. To be in a position where the teammates, I remember specifically games that I played where we were losing. It was just so much time left on the clock. And these guys are like, ain't no way we're gonna win this. I said, we gonna win this. To be able to pump them in there. See, at that point I had to motivate them, right? We're gonna win, baby. Give me the ball. Just bring it up, give me the ball. We're gonna win this game. After that, it went from motivating to what? Inspiring. So when I said that we could do it, the belief systems were up, way up. And that's one of the beautiful things when you're dealing with your brand is a lot. You have to practice how to be that brand. You know, you're new into Atlanta, GA, and you said, you know what? I got to be a star here. I got to make sure that people recognize me and get to know my name. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get me a product. I'm going to put my brand on there. And I'm going to get in my phone number, and I'm going to get known all over this city. They're going to say my name. They will say my name. Say my name. Say my name. Shoot. Branding, marketing. Here we go again on the marketing. What's the difference between marketing and advertising? What's the difference? What's the difference? Somebody, oh, there you go. He says, you be known. Go ahead, girl. Okay, now I'm going to take you there. I'm going to shorten it up and make it tighter, okay? Advertising is something you pay for all the time. If you put a billboard on I-20, aren't they going to bill you monthly for that? If you put it in a newspaper, aren't they going to bill you monthly for that if you keep running it? When you put that billboard on Facebook, do they bill you every month? Or if you took a flyer and put it on Facebook, are they going to bill you? No, Facebook is free. Facebook is free. YouTube is free. Right, if you use a service off there. But if you're just going to post up, if you're talking about your product and services, talking about it is marketing. It's marketing yourself. That is one of the greatest forms of advertising. It's direct marketing is what it is. It's direct marketing in the person's face. And you're saying, hey, you got any money you can give me? Yeah. So I teach people how to take people's money. Take it. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, my two Jew brothers, man, they taught me good, man. They did. They taught me well. They said, you got to take the money. People are not giving money away. You got to take it. But he said there's 3 things you got to understand about taking people's money now. It's a system. It's got to be legal, moral, and ethical. If you have that system in place, you can be free to take as many dollars as you want from the community. They'll be glad to pay you. But teach your children. It's got to be legal. It's got to be moral. It's got to be ethical. And we're done. You're in there. And you can travel the city, the world, because you ain't hurt nobody. It's all smooth sailing. But when you embroider, if you're not walking around with something on your chest like embroidery or something like that, you're not in the game. Not you might be in the game, but you might be a part of the game, but you're not in it. It's like being on a team. You're on the bench. You're a bench player. You're not even recognized. People don't even see you. Have you talked to some of the most the players that most successful, they'll tell you how they got that way because the bench players playing against their teammates that don't get in the game. You're walking around with nothing on your chest is a crime. I mean, you gotta do. I mean, that's criminal activity. You're definitely not serving yourself well. As a matter of fact, you're hurting the game. I mean, you're disrespecting the game. The game, you're just a straight hustler. You gotta do it. You gotta find a way to get yourself branded up and where it speaks for itself. You walk in a room. They said, what do you do? People said, what do you do? What do you do, right? What do you do? I said, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. I got something for you. Let's make some money. You want to spend some money, huh? That's what they tell me when they say, what's that? What do you do? They're telling me, in essence, I want to spend some money with you if you tell me the right answer. You give me the right answer, I will give you some of that, my hard-earned money. You gotta have your tools. You have to have tools. And everything that I do, son, come. Jabari Enterprises, branding and marketing. I believe in it. Yeah. So when they said said, what is Jabari Enterprise? He said, well, I do some online stuff. I edit, film. Oh yeah, he's a great editor. Oh yeah. I do the shoot. I said, go in here, let's go in here and let's start editing. Let's stop moving the thing. You're seeing right here. Let's fade in, fade out, right there. You gotta do it while they're young and dumb, right? Get them while they're dumb. Smart them up. That's what I believe in, while they're young and dumb. Yeah, but see, what the kids, like me, I thought I almost knew everything about everything. But then when somebody feed me knowledge and they sit me there and pumping me, I said, yes. Now I know what's missing. I can use this against them now. Right? Some of the marketing tools, I call it old school versus new school. Right? What's the old school? Newspaper. But old school, word of mouth is always going to be what it is. That's direct. To me, that's the number one form of advertising, and you don't have to spend no money for it. Just use the God gifts that you have to keep talking. So we got a list here: newspapers, radio, TV, billboards, mailers. That's all old school. But the new school is Facebook, YouTube, right? Getting it. Electronic name tags. Thank God for electronic name tags. We sell these for $50. But guess what I sell them for when I go through the airport? $100. Them international business men and women, $100. Because people that understand branding and marketing is something like they breathe it every day. I wouldn't even go to the trash can to take out my trash without my marketing materials on. You'll never see me. You'll never see me with something with Nike on it. You'll never see me somewhere Adidas on it unless it's on my sneakers or something. Oh, I will. Hold on. It's coming to a store near you. I might as well keep the branding and marketing going. I'm telling you. How much money should you invest back into your business from your profits? Anywhere between 10, 50%. So if you're making this money, you're not putting it in embroidery, you're not putting it in your magnetic signs, you're losing it. I put them in ink pens, the ink pens that you're writing with. I buy 3,000 of those every time I buy. I'm getting ready to give away 300 of them to an event. So they have my branding and marketing there. Matter of fact, I was over at Bojangles the other day. They invited me. Margie invited me over there, and I went in there. And the police were there, right? So I'm talking to all the police and breaking bread with them, and they loving it. So the major, the sister, the major, she came over, walked through. She loved it. She has her organization now, and the things I was telling her, I showed a couple of videos. She was excited. She said, "I'm so glad." She said, "You know, I knew God this year, pieces to the puzzle is coming together." She said, economics is exactly what we need for her kids, that she's going to save their lives. There was a young dude that took his own life some months ago, somewhere out there, probably East Point somewhere. And that's when she started her program. She started her program, and she said, economics. Now, a lot of these kids, when you got money, they don't get in trouble. I told her that for me. I said, I had money. Well, 11, 12 years old, I didn't want to go do no criminal activity like my brothers and them. They used to come home with late money all over the bed, and I knew they didn't get it legally, but it never lasts. That's the part that I was watching for. Let's see how long that money lasts. They're happy for a day, but I'm happy for a lifetime. You feel me? So when you are young and you're making money, that's why I said start these kids young. Start them, get them a product and a service that he can be proud of. 7 he's in it. He's in it now. His brain is gone. If I told 7 that he's gonna be a millionaire by the time he's 10, But guess what? His mama better get out of the way because he's going to try to get that money. One of the main things that you got to understand, marketing makes the money. It really does. It's the marketing. Even when you have the product and you put a label on it, that's automatic marketing right there. That's automatic. That's marketing. A lot of times people ain't got to do much. But if you want to make millions, you want to see what it feels like to make $1 million in a year? I know how to do it because I do it. Okay? If you want to really feel that million come to you, and the same word with an S on the back, you gotta market yourself. But you gotta do better than an empty shirt. You gotta dress to impress. Do it. I want to take some questions. Anything. I don't care. Come left field with it. Come on. Well, and right there, that's branding too. I don't think you're only going to see me in black pants. That's part of my brand, right? You're only going to see me in a black shirt, either black, red, or white. You'll never see me with nothing else. You'll never see me with green, blue, purples, none of that. Come messing up my money, man. You can't mess up my. They say he's gonna have a black shirt on, a red shirt, or a white shirt. I guarantee you ain't got no other colors on. That's part of the brand. They brand themselves, but what happens with that, they have to, if they change it again, they're losing their brand. You're stopping and you're starting all over. You're starting all over. I never recommend people change their hair color too much because you're not recognizable. That's like when I play one of the videos. I had a television show, local access up in Massachusetts, and so I got one of the shows and I put it on YouTube, right? So people that I show it to and I'm looking at, and I'll be watching them. They said, that's you, because I had hair back then. This is a new brand right here. People that see me, they say, you're some Makadu. Where's your hair? See, my hair was my brand. It was wavy, shiny, had a ponytail back there. But my hair was down my back. But I used to wrap it up and turn it up and made like a little bun, hon. A little bun back. And the reason why I used to wear out, I used to wear my hair down. I'm gonna show. I changed that brand, that look. See, so there's a lot of change. People, especially women, only women, like to put their hand in my hair. So I tied it up. So that was the reason why I went to the ponytail thing. Yes. Exactly. Now, okay, that's their job. Walmart, gas stations, stuff like that. Their job is to sell other people's brand. That's the name of the game, though. That's the nature of the beast. It's just like me. I sell other people's product. I ain't manufacture that. We're always going to be moving somebody else's brand, products or brand. The thing about me, I sell raw products where you can put your own label on it. That's the magic. That's something unheard of. To be able to go into a school, do a fundraiser, right? Sell the product to the school for $2 a bottle. Sell them like this, $2 a bottle, okay? They turn around and sell it to the parent and the parents and the child for $3 a bottle. So they make okay, I'm putting it another way. Let me break this down. If I sold you one of these for $5 and my cost was $2, what's my profit? $3. But if I sold 100 of these, what would be my profit? $300. But if I sold this for $3 and my cost is still $2, how much is my profit? Huh? $1. But you can't buy one at a time for $3. You have to buy the whole display. So what would be my profit if I sold a whole display of 12? $12. Now, if I sold 100 of those displays, what would be my profit? $1,200. So when I sell it to the school for $2, and the school turns around and sells it to the parents for $3 a piece, now the school, the mother and the parent or the guardian sell it for $5, and so there's a $2 profit there, right? So what are they gonna do with that $2? They're gonna keep it. We're the only fundraising company in the history of the United States that ever put a program together where the kids profit from the fundraising. How's that? Is that the bomb.com? We have to begin to do these for our children. They put them in a position to win. If we teach our children at an early age that you go and do a fundraiser and you take all that money, give it all out of your pocket and go give it away, we're teaching our kids to be vagabonds. Excuse me. Go right. Either you're gonna go right for the principal themselves, or go to the PTA. Go straight to the PTA, because the PTA, the president of the PTA, they run almost everything. The way it's set up now, that even the schools go to the PTA if they want supplies and stuff like that. The PTA basically runs most of their own little budget for certain things. I'm telling you. You go straight to the PTA president. That's where I wouldn't even waste my time. A lot of times the principal don't even have time to deal with you. They say, oh, well, that's a good idea, but you probably need to get with the PTA. I already been through that. And the beautiful part about that system of helping these kids get a profit is they get it right away, that this money is mine, this money I can. But I also going to teach them that you keep this much and you spend this much. Half of it you put in the bank, the other half you spend. Right? Okay, now let's take it down to the football leagues and all that stuff, the little leagues and all that, right? Well, how do they collect their money? They beg for it. That's how they get it. We teach our kids how to be little beggars. Every time you do a fundraiser and they're out there in the street in traffic. Now, if we ever do a survey and you didn't figure that out, somebody help me figure that out. Find out how many deaths a year occur in the United States because of fundraisers, football leagues and all that, baseball leagues. How many kids get hit? And then we teach them we're teaching them begging habits. Excuse me, can you help us? Excuse me. And I guarantee you, that system alone had created more beggars on the highways and off the ramps than any other system known to man. Those little beggars, they grow up to be adult beggars. That's why these systems that we have are very important. That my granddaughter is about 11 weeks now. We're getting ready to do her whole ensemble. Her name is Mariah Angel. So that's the name. It's gonna be Mariah Angel. We're gonna develop a lotion, bubble bath, air freshener, right, with the burning oil, shea butter, and black soap. The whole package has her name on it. So by the time before she's 2, she's gonna realize that this is hers. She's gonna say, Papa, that's still my company. I say, yeah, this is your money right here. Here's your money, baby. 2 years old, man. 2 years. You know how smart little 2-year-old is? Anybody have any kids? You don't have no kids. Your kids were grown. They were grown when they came out. yeah, this woman birthed grown folk. It's a good joke. No, but you know, when they were 2 years old, they were very inquisitive, especially if you engage your child. If you're inquisitive, they're inquisitive. They're gonna be talking, and whatever you're doing, they want to do it. You know. So if you show them something that you're doing that's positive, making money, they're gonna do the same thing. They do the same thing. Listen, I can take you out of the Buford Highway. My number one customer is Korean. I sell more products to the Koreans than any other nationality on the planet. Next to the Arabs, then the Jews. Okay? So, but the deal is, one of them, A1 trading out here on Buford Highway. Andrew was a little boy. I used to pick Andrew up and pop him upside the head. And I still do it. He grown now. I still mess with him. Pow. I'll come in and bump him, you know. I crack jokes on him. Because that's the way it is. These little kids are running around these shops and these big warehouses. But I've been doing it too. I do it too. Mark was 9 when I started. He has to work. He ain't got to. Listen, I remember when my son said, can I get a job? I said, yeah, get in and get that broom, and then I want you to mop. Welcome to the real world. Because as long as you live with me, ain't no such thing as getting no job. You got a business to run. Teach them while they're young. Now we're a third generation company. That ain't nothing like the. We're a third generation company. How many here a second generation company? Their children work for them. See? That's the way it is in most households. We don't make our kids do it. You gotta make your kids. If you're an author, Bill, you need to get your kid writing. Say, come on, you got something to write. Huh? See, that's what I'm saying. I asked your son like that. What you do? It's work for my father. Somebody was getting ready to ask me a question. People buy what they see. We're humans, right? So people always, not always, they're always going to look at the brand, right? The label. And they're going to look around on it. They're going to find out where it comes from, if they do anything with it or not. But there are a few people they're going to do it. But it's rare. That person got to already be in the business and buying that product and say, you know what, I got to get this stuff a little cheaper, man. That's why you're here. Because all right. But I met you before? No. So would you see my product somewhere? What product? Veronica. You said, I'm going to the source. Welcome to America, everybody. Welcome to America. You know? So, we can wrap this up. I'm telling you, the reason why I'm doing this program is because you can take it and do it yourself in your own community. Do it. Have your own youth movement. Invite the parents and the adults. Come on over. Go up to Bojangles and say, let me grab me some Bojangles. And let's go have us an economic adjustment. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it on the planet to be able to learn a system and be able to teach it to somebody else. We got to infect this country and this world with these systems. I don't care what system they are. You have a system. What's the name of your book? The 6 pillars of. It's a system, right? Follow the system. You're in the business. You're in the banking, right? The position you got. Did they just one day look in the newspaper, found you, and invite you in and say, "Hey, you're gonna be good at what you do"? You had to learn all those systems to do what you do, right? Every one of us. Listen, there's some negative systems as well. Listen, there was so much dope in my house. I ended up being a drug addict at some point. I learned the system. You sit there, you pop the top, you talk, you sip it, and then you start getting a little. That's just the way it is, right? It's a system, but it was taught to you, and you picked up on it. There was nothing you could do. You were so involved in that system that you couldn't even break free from it. That's why these 5 principles are very important. Because if we teach, like your grandson, once he really gets his 5 principles down, at the age that he is 7 years old, he's going to be a beast. Even at 7, because he's going to understand how to do a sale. See, in about another 6 weeks, we're going to have a class in here on how to mix down, how to make lotion, bubble bath, how to make the shea butter, melt it down, put it in a jar. It's going to have all the heating, the pots up in here, and we're going to do the same. We're going to show everybody how to do it. And you're in the shea butter business in the cosmetic industry. So it's going to be in your best interest to be at that one. To see how I handle getting people to, and then they're getting their own label put on it. We're going to have Mark here with the computer. They said, let's see what you got. Okay. All right. That nice? Yeah. Every child that walks out of here, even an adult, that spent 4 weeks here, it's no big thing. I mean, you can buy they're going to walk out with a display for free. You paid your $20, so you bought a display for $20 and got a boatload of information to go with it. Any more questions? Come wrapping this puppy up because it really don't take that long. You know, it really don't. The Q&A really takes the longest. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Brand, right? Marketing, and that's it. We didn't even get to the other 3. Yeah, next week is going to be the next 3 principles. We're going to do it in one day because it don't take that much. Bang, bang, bang. 1 hour, we're done. If y'all want to hang around, ask me a couple of key fact-finding questions, that's fine with me too. But the week 3, I'm going right into grassroots economics. What it's like to do direct marketing. What it's like to do unilevel marketing. What it's like to do multi-level marketing. And then each one reach one, each one teach one. Stop selling your customers, recruit them. You spend more time recruiting your customers to resell your product and your services, you're going to get them as a customer anyway. Because the first thing you did, you offered them an opportunity, right? Excuse me. So if I can help you make another $200 or $300 a week, ma'am, would you be interested in that? Now, at first they said yes, but then what's the first question that should come out of somebody's mouth? What I gotta do? What I gotta do to make that kind of money, right? Right? Excuse me. Now they show you show them. They said, nah, I don't do no business. But how much is the product? See? So I'm better off trying to get you to help sell my products and services. So I'm going to get you as a customer. Now let me make it. Let me give you a little story to make sure you understand what I'm talking about. Here we go. I used to work with a company called A.L. Williams. Today is Primerica. Okay? And this was back, let me see, the 80s. In about a 30-day span, I hit the managers, the next level, and regional vice president. Whop! They were shocked because the thing that I knew that they were having the banquet like about 6 weeks. So I said, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. And I said, I gotta use the best system known to man. And Art Williams talked about it. I bought his book. He said, I think it was, did you do all you could do? Because all you could do, it wasn't good enough. It's not good enough. All the things that you're working on ain't good enough. You can do better, right? So what I did, he said, the name of the game is recruiting. And I was homing in on that bald head joker. You hear me? I mean, come on, Art. So what I did, I went on a recruiting campaign. I would ask everybody, do they want to make some money? And all the people that I recruited back in them days, you was the one that sold that policy. The first policy I had to sell it to. You couldn't write up your own policy. The rep had to do it. The recruiter had to sign you up. I recruited like 12 people in that 30-day span. Not only was I number one in recruiting, I was recruiter of the year. Okay? Number one in premiums. So I had a bunch of number ones there. I walked out with 7 plaques and awards that night. Nobody else, every other time they were coming, so I could do, come on up. Because now I took that game and I kept it in my repertoire. All I do for this business is recruit people. I recruit people to sell my products. That's all I do. All day long. All day strong. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, well, that's your first offense. You create one. Yeah, it's a bunch of them, but it's nothing like education. If I walk into a school, I'm gonna get to. I walk into school and I said, I got some products here for sale, and I just want to come in here and sell this. Can I come in and sell some of this? Or I come in here and say, listen, I have a program here that gives the children an opportunity to make some money. Not only make money, I teach them the 5 principles to international marketing, and I teach them grassroots economics and how to balance their checkbooks and all that. Which one you think? Do you think they're going to invite you in, or which one quicker they're going to invite you in? The second one. So when you come into somebody's world, immediately let's say you don't know too many people, but when you come in touch with somebody, you said, you know anybody that needs some extra cash? What do you think they're gonna say? What they gonna say next? what I gotta do. Okay? It's just like me presenting a product to you and you say, oh, that, and I let you smell it. And you said, that smells good. How much is that? That means to me, and this is what I was taught when I was a young boy, 95% sold already. They're already sold. They want the product. All you got to do now is what? Say the right price. And when I offer the right price, I say things like this. Hey, $5. But you buy 6, you get 6 free. They said, that's like $2.50 a piece. I said, yeah, now you can buy that 12-pack, and now you can sell it for $5 and make you some money. I like that. It's easier to convince somebody to help them make some money in terms, and then offering them just here, let me sell you something, let me get your money. What I'm doing is offering you a way to make some money. You see how fast your recruiting is going to be? It's going to be so much. But that's marketing. Oh, that's all marketing right there. And 99% psychology. 1% marketing, 99% psychology. If you can tell somebody, I'm going to help you make some money. Here comes the psychology. How can I do that? Well, if you got an extra like maybe 4 to 5 hours a week, I'll show you how to pick up an extra $200-$300. What I got to do? Do I have to sell anything? I said, oh, you don't want to sell? I said, why don't you send me all your customers and I'll sell them? No, that's okay. I'm working at psychology. I need them to work. I don't care. I can't do all the work. If I'm going to get international, well, that's how I'm international. I sell down to Puerto Rico. We ship. You haven't shipped anything to Puerto Rico yet, but Jamaica, the Bahamas. I mean, that's how you get international. You got to offer opportunity. When they come onto my website, did it seem like you can make money off my site? Because I can make some money with these guys. Look, if you look at on your business card, it's on the marketing side now. If there's something on your card that says distributors wanted, they're like this card, distributors wanted. For years, I ran those cards that need extra cash, start your own business with $100 or more. Then I changed it, need extra cash, start your own $100 or less. So if your business card doesn't say, come spend your money with me now. Right? Anything else? I'm ready. I do this all day long, all day strong. Long and strong. Absolutely. The church members, especially church members, people that you see all the time. Well, that really leads you to, that's part of the graduate economics. That portion's in there. We'll go over that on the third week. And it's going to be tremendous. It's got 3 markets. You have a hot market, you have a warm market, you have a cold market. Now, when I recruit people, I always lead them to the hot market first. Unless you're somebody like me, and somebody like him. You don't meet no strangers. They're all hot to me. I only see red. I'm a shark. Okay? I'm hungry. And the beautiful part about it, the hot market is when you can reach for that doorknob, turn it, come in, don't have to announce yourself, go straight into the kitchen, open up the refrigerator, take something out, warm it up, sit down and eat, They don't have to ask nobody for no permission. That's a hot market. A warm market is when you gotta knock on the door. They have to invite you in, but you go sit where you want because they know you part of the whatever. But you still gotta ask, can I open up your refrigerator? Now you're asking. Cold market, you already know what that is. It's almost like begging to be for somebody to spend their first dollars with you. So always start off with your hot market and your warm market. Excuse me. I would never get somebody to just go hot market first. Unless you're like me, all the market. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I go into a room full of no people. I don't know nobody in there. But almost all of them are walking out. They're going to be my friend when I get up out of there. My wife will tell you, I walk in the room and it could be 100 people in there. I'm going to touch all 100 of them with my card. Believe me. For one of the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start spraying. I'm going to walk a few feet over there. They ain't going to see me doing it. I walk another 3, 4, 5. I'm going to circle around the room. Everybody's going to be like, and I'm sitting over there like this. Yeah, there's that. I'm sorry, this is what it is. We call it cracking a bottle. Because once they get hooked on this, they're hooked. But the deal is, you got to sell them the pipe. That's the way it is. And that's the burner. See, once they buy the burner, and now they'll do this. And then I give them instructions. They say, okay, some people don't even know what it is. And they say, how much do I put in there? I said, you just twist the cap off and you pour about half of this bottle in there. How long is that going to last? About 3 days, 3, 4 days. You want to light up, you're going to pour the rest in there. I'll see you when you get back. I don't tell them that last part. I just know in my mind, oh, I got you. That's it. That's how you work that. I work that whole room. And then here they come this way. Here come the cars. Leads. You know? In most cases, like in my phone, if I got the time, I got an app on my phone that leads right into my mail list. I'm with MailChimp. Or if it was Constant Contact, you get the app on your phone, and you put them into your system right there on the spot. So when you go home and look online, you'll see it where you added another 10 people tonight. You feel me? Because it's almost better. They still take the business card. They said, here, I got my phone already, and I leave it on the app when I work in a room. And I said, can you just put your first name, last name, email address? That's all I want. I want no phone numbers or none of that. And they really excited about that, where they don't have to give up their phone number. When somebody says, say you ain't got to give me your phone number, I need your name and your email. Okay. I'll put it in for you. And 99% of the time, I give them the phone to put it in there themselves. Why? So make sure there's no mistakes. Anything else? All day long, all day strong. I love this, man. I love this stuff. To take $96 9 months after I got off crack cocaine is nothing but love. God just showed me a lot of favor. And I take people on tours all the time, don't I tell you? That's my warehouse guy. I love it, don't I? God tell right around when I get them all the way around here, what I say? I started with $96 after 9 months. Then they're really impressed then. See, that's why your story is going to be incredible. Once you start making that real and you tell people where you're from, that's impressive. I mean, one of my partners did 10 years in the Fed. He's my #1 recruit. This cat is off the rick. If any of y'all talk to him, y'all going to be very, very impressed. This guy is awesome. Not as awesome as me, though. No, I'm only kidding you. Yeah, that's it. Yes. Yeah. No, you're gonna be. That's suffering. Right. 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 Well, then really, your weakness is your strength. That really is not really even a weakness. That's just not knowing. Now you realize that it's faster to make another $1,000 a week or $1,000 a day if you recruit somebody. I've been after my well. I've been like, Teddy, man, you recruit some people, man, you're gonna make money. I'm giving him 10% of everything they buy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. You're done, son. You're done. Mm-hmm. That's it. I gotta put that in. I gotta put that in. I'm gonna add. I'm gonna have to change that marketing strategy. I'm gonna add that to the end of my effort and get paid. Could you imagine making a whole lot more money because you're legal, moral, ethical? Can you imagine making more money that now you can, these people that you sell to already are actually the people you're supposed to be recruiting? Because see, if you're selling to me, what do you sell an air freshener for? I know that now because you've been selling it to me for like a year, 2 or 3, or maybe since for 10 years you've been selling me something for $5. So for you to give it to me for half that price, but I buy a little bit of volume, I'm more acceptable to say, okay, I'm in. That's easy. Mhm. It doesn't matter. All you got to do is, yeah, well, you can put it out there. It ain't going to do you no good. That's what you meant. Yeah. Listen, when you're dealing with business and business practices, and then you're not, think about this. When most people don't do something, the one thing that comes to my mind is they're uneducated. On that system, you have to study. I said it at the beginning, you got to practice because none of it is never going to be as good as you think until you practice. You got to know what it's like to be turned down. They're already customers. That's your hot market. So for somebody to turn you down, that's not going to destroy your brain matter because they're still buying from you. Right. So listen, let me tell you how it really works in the real world. Ready for this? If you don't ask, the answer to that thing 100%, the answer always gonna be no. Your odds are greater if you ask. You got a 50-50 shot. But then you're gonna realize you really like 75 to 80% of the people you ask that to, they say, yeah, they ready to make some money. You asked a simple Simon question. What was it? You make it, let's say you give me, I'm selling to you. Oh, no, let's say I'm trying to get you. I don't know you yet. And I said to you, you know anybody who needs some extra cash? I done broke through the barrier right there. I've already got her saying something that I want to hear. It. The first thing out of her mouth is something I want to hear her say. Yes. So if I keep her and when I'm talking to you, I'm just saying, man, this is the greatest thing that you could ever say. It's just going to help you with your finance. It's going to help you pay your bills. Isn't that awesome? Yes. Keep getting them to say yes, yes. So, do you want to make some money with me? You want to get business with me? Yes, they're already. Yes, yes, yes. Right? But that's something I had to practice too. You know, when I was going out there, even when I was selling through the Jew dudes were teaching me this stuff, I still had to go out and do what they were teaching, right? So it got to a point where I was selling the penny candy for 5 cents. I'm making 400% profit, okay? Because they always told me, they said, when you can make that kind of profit on something so small, that's money. So what I did, my friends that I was selling candy to all the time, I came up with a little system. I said, if you buy 10 or more, I'll give them to you for 3 cents a piece. When I told my Jew dude that when I came in with that extra money, they said, what you doing? I said, I'm selling wholesale to my friends. I asked them if they buy 10 or more, they give me 30 cents. They can get them some candy cheaper now. They said, man, you one smart little dude, man. It's awesome when you teach somebody something and they're actually applying it and they're actually doing it better than what you were doing it. I was doing it better than them. They weren't recruiting nobody in the hood to buy candy wholesale. I done changed the whole game. You're going to do the same thing. You're changing the game when you offer your business associates to spend some money. Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Easy. Mm-hmm. And that's acceptable, but it don't take much in this business. People, you sell it to me for $5, you're gonna give it to me for $2.50 if I buy this many. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Well, you buy 6, you get 6 free. Yeah, well, I'm just saying. I mean, we're always in a position. If you're buying at this price, because I know how much you got tied up into that product. I already know. So I know the numbers. So you can't offer it at that price. But once you know, like you said, you've got the full understanding. And see, you deal with Keith Gatlin, right, too? Okay? So has anything in your psyche changed since then? Right. So wait till y'all get to know Keith Gatlin. Even you, Bill. If you talk to him, blow you away. He's going to start asking you a bunch of questions. That's how you're going to know somebody's interested in you. They'll ask you a series of questions. If you're sitting with somebody, they're not asking you nothing. They're not interested in you. They're not interested. But if you ask a question, you get an answer. You ask another question. But let me tell you something. One of the greatest questions that you're really going to ask is the one I told you. Anybody needs some extra cash, right? But one of the questions I like to ask is, do you have any children? They say, yeah, I got some children. What, boys, girls? I got a boy. Yeah, I got a boy and a girl. What do they do? What do they do for a living? Well, one's in college, the other one's, in the military. I said, really? Do they have any children? No, they don't have any children. Do they want any children? Yeah, they do. So how you feel about grandchildren? You ready for grandchildren? Yeah, I'm ready for grandchildren. I mean, they're going to talk to you because you're talking about the one thing that they love the most. And what is that? Themselves. When you get people talking about themselves, and they like talking about themselves, but a lot of people are not really interested in them to ask them any fact-finding questions about their personal life. So they have no reason to really be open to somebody. But if you ask them some personal question about themselves, you got to make sure they're not what we call, they're always soft entry questions. Write that down. Soft entry questions. Always get in the habit of asking people soft entry questions. How's your mother? She's still alive? What you get and practice on somebody. Practice on somebody you know. Just start asking about their kids. They got kids and stuff like that. Just start asking them some questions. What Pookie doing these days? Right. So if it's a natural for you, that's actually your strength then. One layer, then you take another layer. Just like you peel the next layer. Go ahead. Right. Mhm. There you go. And they keep buying up. You're upselling them. And what they have actually done is sold themselves. That's what happened. You just talk them into spending more money with you. The more questions you ask, the more money they'll spend. Did you know that? So you got all these clients now saying that if you can catch them, just talk to them, ask them a couple of stuff, and you get them building, and you say, damn, that just told me that basically their life story. I didn't think they were going to, because after a while, after about 3 or 4 or 5 questions, they start telling you stuff that you ain't even asking. And then you got more data. But you always go back around because you heard them say, man, my car broken down. I'm on the MARTA. I wish I had enough to put my kids through school. So that's why I like that about the kids. I said, anything in school, college? Yeah, one's in college. First thing in my mind, you need money. You need extra money. As soon as they talk about their kids, they need this stuff. They got to have it. So any extra, so as soon as they first said me, I want to make some money. They need it. Just as soon as you ask that first question, anybody need some extra cash? Yeah, me. What I got to do? Well, you do this and do that. So do you have children? Yeah, I got children. What do they do? You know that they need more money than you thought they might have needed. So you can start asking questions there. What would help you? An extra $100 a week, $200, maybe $400, $500 a week. Well, yeah, a little extra $500 a week would be nice. They ain't even think about the 100. You get 100 maybe 500 a week. Yeah, I need an extra 500 a week. Well, you know what they're gonna need to do with your company for order to help them get an extra $500 a week. They got to spend some dough. They going to spend some money. Because if they need an extra $500 or even $1,000 a week, they're getting ready to spend some money up in there. But it's going to be little money because you got to do still what? A soft entry. Let me show you how to buy this first dozen first. Let's get into the market. Let's see if your friends and family, co-workers, your in-laws, and who else? Your outlaws. Because you got some enemies, people that don't like you, they'll still buy from you. Don't we have customers that don't like me? They still buying. They still buy. I'm still courteous. My job is to bank their money for them. And I do that well. I'll just take it for you. I'll put that in the bank for you, okay? Thank you very much. I will put that in the bank for you, believe me. Keep it nice and safe for you. Well, I had a good time, man. I had a ball, man. I enjoyed it. This is the most precious time for me, and I've been waiting a long time to get this back where we can ask a lot of Q&A because there's a lot of things we really really want to know. And is there any experts in that category that's going to be able to take care of you? The answer is yes now, because we going to do this. We got 3 more weeks of this now. And next week going to be off the Richter scale. The last 3 of the principles. The best one that we're going to deal with is the last one, because that's where the money comes from. Duplication. That's where the big money comes in. Do duplication. Y'all ready? Born ready. I took care of everybody today. Well, good. I want to thank you all, people at home that you got on pay-per-view. You have a great day. I thank you for allowing me into your homes. And we will be back on Monday. Make sure you tune in Monday on live stream, because I got a great broadcast for you on Monday. And don't forget Monday night on the conference call. Be on that conference call, because we're dealing with mindset. We'll call it mindset and money. Okay? How do you get money off of using your mindset? Okay? So God bless you. Have a great day. Peace and love.